Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Denver Broncos and the New York Jets. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you are, as we are off and running on EA Sports. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
This defense for the Jets, terrific last week in the season opening victory.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They go play action with Wilson. Will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On third down, Wilson.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
Part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this, and now it's a prime opportunity, just moments in the game, to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. So after the INT, it's Rodgers.
This pass out wide to Hall. Down inside the 10.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They'll run with Hall.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Rodgers going to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown!
Breece Hall,
his second touchdown on the season.
And the Jets use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
The extra point splits the uprights. And it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They give it to Williams running right. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Now Wilson. They'll roll him out right.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Whenever you see a quarterback break contain, just think to yourself, the receivers on that side of the field, their number one job, make sure they get in his sight line so he can try and find someone downfield. Guys on the backside, make sure you don't give up the deep ball. They tried it there. They weren't able to connect.
From the gun on third down, Wilson eluding the pressure right. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson.
This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he is going to have a Broncos first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
And the Jets are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On play action, now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Mecole Hardman, 89 yards. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be sterner with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Wilson. And his throw here is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Now Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
It's 3rd and long now for Wilson and the Broncos after that sack.
Back to throw. Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Brandon Eccles. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Now before they can try the extra point, a flag comes out, and they're going to get tagged for a delay of game. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
From 5 yards further back, the extra point up and good. And it is 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. So 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their 25-yard line.
Here's Williams to start the drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground with Williams.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Here's Wilson.
Got a man. It's Judy complete.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 38-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. 14. He's checking. Crash.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson.
That's going to be caught by Judy. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
It already looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Wilson, sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
And he is such a tough quarterback to defend because you got to remember, arguably, he's more dangerous outside the pocket than he is in it. But how about the job they did defensively to stay with the receiver and knock the ball away? I think they had a sigh of relief there because oftentimes when he gets outside the pocket, big plays result down.
And this is taken in by Hamler for a Bronco touchdown.
25 yards for the touchdown.
And the Broncos' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And it's now a 28-7 ball game.
Eddie Piñeiro sets the kickoff.
After the field goal, on to kick it away is Piñeiro.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
going to try and throw on third down. They give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in the second week of the regular season. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Terry.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
To throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers buying time to his left. Touchdown, Jets. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dancing to his left.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this is going to fall to the ground. Incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And got his man complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Well, certainly they haven't had the ideal first half, but there's something, some momentum for them to take into halftime.
Yeah, and it might not be that wild momentum, you know, that you see sometimes where they score late and teams go sprinting off and the whole deal. No, it might not be that, but it does give them a better feeling about themselves and what they can accomplish in the second half.
And the Jets set to receive this 3rd quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.